Okay, I'm going to give a little bit of help with the homework questions for lesson 1. Some people are having a little bit of difficulty using the square root operation in quadratic inequalities. So let's have a little look at what we're talking about. So this first quadratic equation, we can solve it in two ways. One way would be to rearrange it into x squared minus 16 equals 0, and then factor into x plus 4, x minus 4 is equal to 0, and this gives us x is equal to negative 4, and x is equal to 4. Another possible method for solving the equation would be to take square roots of both sides. So in this particular case, we would say that x is equal to plus and minus the square root of 16, giving us x is equal to plus and minus 4. Now, that doesn't work as well with inequalities. Let me show you a couple of ways to do this one. So again, we can factor this one quite easily, and we get x squared minus 36 is less than 0. We get a factorization of x plus 6, x minus 6 is less than 0. And then you need to do a sign table on this one, and it's going to bring you through to the solution minus 6 is less than x is less than 6. You can also get used to this type of equation when it's in quadratic form, in that if this is pointing in this way, the inequality lies between the critical values. If the inequality points in the other direction, the inequality lies outside of the critical values. But let's have a look at some mistakes that we get when we do it using the square root method. So if we have x squared is less than 36, we take square roots of both sides. This line is incorrect. It is incorrect to write this. It's not possible. This equation, this inequality x is less than plus or minus 6 implies that x is only less than negative 6. The inequality x is less than 6 negates the inequality x is less than negative 6. It's wrong to do this. This is wrong, wrong. So how can we do it? What we can do is we need to split it up into two equations. You can use an equation system. So this implies that x is less than the square root of 36, or x is greater than the square root of negative 36. What's happening here with the second one, in order to introduce that negative symbol, we are multiplying through by a negative, which is what causes the sign to flip. This leads us into two solutions, and we get the same answer, minus or plus minus. Let's have a look at this last one. So here for this one, if I want to use that technique, it's going to imply that x minus 1 is greater than or equal to the square root of 64, or x minus 1 is less than or equal to minus the square root of 64. This gives me x minus 1 is greater than or equal to 8. X minus 1 is less than or equal to negative 8. Which implies that x is less than or equal to negative 7, or x is greater than or equal to 9. Okay, keep work up the good work.